Dear friends, today we've all gathered here in fond memory of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Diptiman Roy. Dipti, as we so fondly used to address him, was truly a unique individual, blessed with incredible talent and skill. He also possessed some amazing qualities. We are all aware of his abilities and skills as an interventional radiologist. Whenever there was a complex biopsy, Dipti was the go to man. All consultants had the confidence, oh, this biopsy, Dipti can easily do it. He truly was the best in class of this generation. No wonder many doctors here used to refer to him as the Arjun of Kokilaben Hospital, the man who could hit any target with his eyes closed. That was the skill. For someone with such incredible talent, there was never a hint of hubris, neither in his demeanor nor in his behavior. He was the most humble, unassuming, soft spoken individual that you would have ever met, with a tremendously positive attitude. Any time of the day or night, you could call him and he would be there in just 10 minutes in the hospital. He was always available for everybody. And his standard response on the phone, and I've spoken to him so many times, used to always be not sentences but words, few words. हो जाएगा sir, कर दूंगा sir, don't worry sir. These used to be the kind of responses. For a man of such few words, it appears paradoxical as to how he was so popular in this organization. There was something about him, about his persona, that made him endearing to everybody. If you knew Dipti well, you liked him. If you didn't know Dipti well, you still liked him. That is what made him truly a unique individual. From an organizational perspective, his loss leaves behind a huge void, a void which is practically impossible to fill. But it also leaves behind some amazing memories. Memories of his skill and brilliance. Memories of his humbleness and soft spokenness. And memories of his endearing persona, which touched so many lives. Dipti, we'll miss you forever. Rest in peace. Thank you. I'll now invite Dr. Vimal Someshwar, the man who introduced us to Dipti and was responsible for getting him to us. Vimal.
Madam here, and so all of us present here, I'm sure we have gathered here to share our sorrows of missing out on a good personality, Dr. Diptiman Roy. Little too early this happened. 46 is not the age. It was so sudden, untimely. I think God took away a good person from our life. He joined our institution in around 2009, and just sheer skills and the way he carried himself, the attitude, the approach that he had towards fellow consultants, colleagues, and more so with the patients, that he gained his own position and became a full time consultant here. As Santosh just mentioned, Dr. Ravi used to call him Arjun, primarily because he could target any lesion anywhere and could do a biopsy, drainage, whatever you asked him, he did it. It was just not his skill, but his attitude. He never said no to anything. Whether it was a difficult lesion, that was also acceptable, and he would do it very conveniently and easily and give fantastic results. I'm sure my histopathology team here would agree that a biopsy sent by Dipti, the average success hit rate was much more than anywhere else. Everybody depended on him. Another important thing was, I'm sure a lot of you must have seen him walking up to the hospital or going back any time of the day, all by himself. And I feel that song by Rabindranath Tagore, Tobe Ekla Chalo Re, actually defines or personifies Diptiman. This was man individual, he had his own mind and never did any wrong. Another important thing, being in the same department, he was always a man of solutions. You rarely had Dipti talking about any problems. He had solutions, he had ideas, he would suggest. And the time that I felt this man was really happy was thanks to Santosh, Mihir, our team of architects, when they designed his procedure room. You see that procedure room so well, nicely planned and designed. I don't think so any hospital has a procedure room for ultrasound procedures. They have a one little chamber in the ultrasound. Just because the kind of work he and Gordon would work together and do, the numbers and the volumes, we thought we should have a separate room. And thanks to all of you here that we could get that room. And that really made him happy. And I don't know whether I'm crossing the limits or what, but I would suggest that if we can name that room Diptiman Procedure Room, would be a real success, and what that legacy that man has left behind. We definitely will plan to have a small photograph of his in the department, but if it's within the purview, I think Diptiman Procedure Room would be a good name for that particular room. It will remind us of him every time that we entered. Another suggestion which Dr. Tanu and Dr. Ravi suggested, that how about having a memorial lecture or one of the monthly meetings, that academic meetings that we have, we name after him. It could be a memorial lecture or an oration, or I would think if we can have in the month of every August, every year, we could have Diptiman case presentation competition for our students. This would be our suggestions, and we can always discuss this. I know all of you have gathered with so much of emotions. I thank all of you for being here together and sharing the sorrows, which is definitely a big void for us in the department and in the hospital. We as a team would stand by and try and kind of do whatever best we can do. What Diptiman was doing, we'll try and kind of achieve those goals, and we'll definitely stand by whenever your requests are there. I think our patients and all of you have got used to the kind of work that he was doing. We will try and reach up to that level. Soon we will be discussing and actually trying to see a replacement if we can get, but that void is too huge. Those shoes are too big to kind of fill in. But we will try our level best. I'm sure by now Dipti must be already doing some procedure somewhere. I'm sure about it because that man could not stay put. And he must be doing, God probably needed him to do interventions in heaven. So probably he's there. And again, I pray and I hope his next journey is very smooth and safe. May his soul rest in peace. Pranam.
With Dr. Ravi Ramakantan, who joined us on Zoom to share his memories of Dipti.
This is indeed an opportunity for me to share some deeply personal moments that I have had with Diptiman Roy. Usually such occasions are occasions for condoling, but I would rather celebrate the short life that he lived. Dipti and I shared a very unusual relationship. The relationship of a teacher and a student, not of a medical teacher and a postgraduate medical student, but of a school teacher and a student. That is how I looked upon this extremely lovable young man who was, as many people have said so far, one of few words. Crossing corridors in the CT scan room, wherever I ran into him, I would ask him questions which probably had no answers. What did Seldinger say before he invented the Seldinger technique? Who was Gian Turco? So on and so forth. One time, I was standing in the control room of the CT scan room, and Dipti was doing a procedure. I mean, I've seen so many, hundreds of them. And what I saw Dipti doing was the ordinary, nothing different at all. But when Dipti came out, I mean, even before that, as Vimal said, our chief pathologist has said that she has never seen biopsy samples like the one that Dipti gives. No crushing, complete samples, no repeat. That's what Diptiman was. So he walked out of the CT scan room, and I told him, Dipti, today you are an Arjun in biopsies. That's not enough for me. I want you to become a Dronacharya. That is a big hope I had for Diptiman. Having heard me say that, Dipti just looked at me without registering what I said. He said, "Sir, I don't understand." And typical of me, I said, "Homework." That homework and so many other homework have remained unfulfilled, not just because life has snatched him away from us, but that is because that was Dipti for not doing academic work. But that does not in any way take away credit for what he has done elsewhere. Now I'm going to relate two very personal moments. One afternoon, Dipti was doing a biopsy on a young man who was otherwise well, as we say, walking, talking. Biopsy over, the patient had a massive bout of hemoptysis. He collapsed literally on the CT table. He was rushed to the A&E and the patient passed away. I knew Dipti would have been shattered, never having faced such a consequence of a perfectly well man. So next morning we sat in our room and I talked to him a little bit, and then it occurred to me that we should have a SWOT round on this, where a physician who has faced a complication, for example, would sit with the rest of the department in a safe place and talk it out. And luckily, Dipti agreed to that. So we had the whole department sitting in the old city conference room, and Dipti spoke of this meeting, of this unfortunate event. Everything went on for about, I think, 30, 45 minutes. all faculty was there, and Dipti came out and he said, "Sir, thank you for this opportunity. I feel so much lighter now." And then it happened a few months later. I was about to leave the room around 4 o'clock or so, and Dipti entered the room. He never knocked, he just entered, interventional radiologist. And he was teared up completely, red eyes, tears rolling down his cheek, and he could hardly speak, hardly speak. So I told Dipti, please sit down. I offered him a napkin. He did not take it. Sit down. He did not sit down. I said, Dipti, please tell me what's happening. It took him several minutes before he started talking, and he said, "Sir, please don't leave." And then we had a discussion for a few minutes on that. And he said, "Sir, you are like my father. Don't leave. I cannot survive." This went on for some time. And as things shaped out and whatever happened, happened. And Dipti and I got to a point where we are like friends. There are several things that happened in his life about his health and too much to talk about now. But all that I want to say is these last few words. Dipti is not with us today, but we have time, we have thought, and we have the opportunity to do what we want with this young man who was always available in the hospital and always available first class interventional radiologist. It's for us to decide how we want to commemorate his memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi.
On that morning when I was coming here and I was told that Dipti has been brought in state of cardiac arrest and maybe he's not alive, I was completely shocked. I went to the A&E and when I looked at his pale, flaccid body, my thoughts actually went back to Tata Hospital days, where he was training as or rather he had trained as a radiologist. And even in those days when he was junior enough, he was the same as what he was here. He was always available. He was excellent in his work, that is intervention radiology. And just like he was here in KDH, he was always available day, night for any kind of procedure that a surgeon or department of surgery needed. So when I came to KDH, I was pleasantly surprised to find that Diptiman was here. And for me and the entire Department of Oncology, it made things very easy. The transition was very smooth. We continued doing what we were doing at Tata Hospital without any change in the protocol. And that was very good because we could deliver the kind of services that we were used to delivering at Tata Hospital. He was man of few words, but man with tremendous talent. And in his short life, he has made such a mark that I don't think we'll be able to forget him. He was a man who would just be available whenever we needed him. And he was not a person who sought for attention, for praise, nothing. He was just do things silently and he would be happy doing it. He would be most successful most of the time in the procedures that he did. And in fact, when he said that a biopsy is not possible or a procedure is not possible, we all knew that this cannot be done anywhere in not only Bombay but maybe in India. He had such talent. So he is a person who is not going to be forgotten easily. And I just pray for his soul to rest in peace. Thank you.
Madam Ambani, KN Sir, Tushar Bhai, Santosh Mihir, and friends. My first exposure to Dipti was when there was a patient who has been referred by Tushar Bhai as a lady who had a Boerhaave syndrome, developed mediastinitis, there was a mediastinal collection. And I was with him in the CT scanner and I saw his uncanny precision with which he could put a needle between the vertebral body and a pulsating aorta right into the collection and drain it without any wavering of his hand, any kind of fear that he's going to cause a problem. And all of you have spoken about his multiple qualities, but one which I found very endearing was that he always put others' needs before himself. And that is not easy to do because all of us understand that we are under different kind of pressures. But Dipti was somebody who would forsake his own comfort to make sure that either the patient or his colleague was attended to, even it may be at 3 in the morning. Always found that even in situations where there was some kind of financial pressure on the patient, he would go out of his way to make sure that the least expense was incurred and at the same time a very good result. I used to joke with my patients, that I've called Dr. Dipti Man. He's Dipti who's a man. And of course, they were also kind of taken in the right light. On that morning, when we got the news, of course, there was a sense of disbelief for all of us. And there was this feeling of immense loss. I think loss because not only was a person with immense skill who was no more, but also a great gentleman who has been a backbone for our ICU. I remember many of my complex procedures, I would call him to be as a backup so that in case I run into trouble, Dipti would be standing there because he had this immense ability to have a three-dimensional view of the body, and his eye-hand coordination was fantastic, and his ability to interpret the radiologic, what information was coming through the ultrasound or CT scan was just amazing. So I would like to end, with two little, couplets which actually I had come across in my father's, just in my father's room, because we also had a spate of deaths in our family. And my father developed an interest in thanatology. He wrote a book on death also. And there's this nice little write-up by John Donne, which I think is very applicable to what has happened with us in terms of losing Dipti. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent. A part of the main, if a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as any manner of thy friends or of thy own were. Any man's death diminishes me, as his death diminishes us all. Because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sent to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. And when I was talking to Santosh, and he was telling me his brothers come down to take him to Patna, and it's going to be going in the cargo section of the plane. And he said, look, what has become cargo? And Pratik showed me a picture of his, funeral on a raft in the middle of the Ganges. And you're seeing that he's being turned into ashes. Okay? So from ashes to ashes, from dust to dust. We must not forget the Latin phrase, memento mori. Memento mori, remember that we all must die. Remember that one day this is going to come to us because death is inevitable. But I think what we can learn from Dipti's untimely death is that let us not live too much in the future. Let us not regret our past. Let us try and live each day because we don't know if tomorrow is promised to us. Thank you.
Hello, colleagues. I'm really sad to be here today. When Santosh called me on Friday morning and said this is what has happened, I was shattered because I think this is my first experience of losing someone so young who was like a part of this KDH family. He was quiet, committed, passionate about his work. And I remember seeing him just 3-4 weeks ago with his long hair. And I made a comment. I said, hey, Diptiman, you're looking so good. Keep it up. And he smiled and walked away. And I thank God today that I got to see him like that. I didn't know him very well. Like, I don't know all of you really well. But You're all part of my life. I feel I belong with you all and you all belong with me. So to lose someone who's going to leave a vacuum which is going to be impossible to fill, I don't know what else to say. I just wish he hadn't been taken away from us so young. I think this has really affected me, and I want all of you to take care of your health and do all your, tests and everything regularly. I don't want to lose anybody. So please make sure that none of us make this mistake of not taking care of ourselves and our families. Especially after COVID, I think we've realized the value of life. And I hope that we take care and make sure that we don't take our health for granted. I pray for his soul, and I pray for his mother who's going to suffer this loss, and his brother. And I hope that God gives them strength to deal with this awful tragedy in their lives. And we will remember him always. He will live with us always. And I think I liked Vimal's suggestion. We should seriously think about calling his cabin or his workplace as Diptiman's, whatever. And please take care of yourselves. Om Shanti.
We had a long association with Diptiman. He was a fantastic guy and an interventional radiologist. He was very effortless, very swift, and we used to actually call him Shaktiman. I always had an opinion that no one is indispensable in this world, but I think he was. So it's a big void. I don't know even if we could ever fill his shoes, but we all will try. May his soul attain peace.
For the first time when I joined this institute as a resident in 2019, I saw a doctor who is tall, handsome, with curly hair. And my seniors told me that he is Arjun of our hospital. I was very fascinated by the fact that why is he called Arjun. Later on in my residency, when I got to encounter, when I got to know him better, I actually realized that he is a true Arjun because of the skills Dr. Diptiman had, the kind of biopsies he used to do, the way he used to make it look so easy and so effortless. I mean, we wanted to learn so much from him. I will regret this forever in my life that I never got to do my intervention posting when he was around. I really don't know what to say. I mean, we lost a true heart. We lost a gem, and I just don't know what else to say. But he made us look things very very effortless. The best part about him was he was always patient centered. He would do nothing which will not benefit the patient. He would come here at 3 o'clock in the night. I, as a resident, never hesitated to call him. Even when it is 2 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night, I would just call him and say, Sir, aisa hai, should we go ahead? He would say, No, I'm ready to come. So that sort of a person he was. And I hope his soul rest in peace.
It was the biggest loss ever for us personally, for the department, and for the institution. We are here from the Department of Radiology, and we would like to speak something about our friend. So I'll ask Pratik to tell us his thoughts.
So basically, I've done my residency from here 3 years and then 2 years fellowship, and 2 years fellowship into the intervention. And so I know him for more than 5 years now, and uh, he has been uh, he has been instrumental in my radiology and intervention career. Since the day, every day seen my fellowship, almost every day I've been with him, and like I've learned so much from him. I owe him everything till whatever I know, and he I remember, like, he has taught me everything. Like, I owe him everything, and I will never forget him. Like, he has taught me so much, and it's so
Big tragedy.
it's big tragedy for me. I'm sorry.
Shefali, you did work with Diptiman doing some biopsies, and so just 2 words. What was your feeling?
I think he was one of the best human beings I've ever met. Right from a colleague, he became a friend to a brother. So the journey with him was, I mean, I can't believe that he's no more. I'm sorry.
Neil, you had a good association doing ultrasounds, and then you saw the way he did biopsies. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant the way he used to work, and the kind of rapport and close relations which he developed with all patients. I think very rare to see so many qualities in such a person. Gem of a person, both professionally as well as personally.
सिस्टर, आप तो उसके साथ काम किया ना रोज, तो कैसा था काम करना?
अच्छा लगा उसके साथ काम करना। बहुत बहुत सपोर्टिव थे। जब भी हमको कोई प्रॉब्लम्स होते थे, ही वाज ऑलवेज इन द फ्रंट एंड ही सपोर्टेड अस। he cared for everyone, but he never cared for himself. That is the thing. It hurted us that we all were with him, but we were never able to recognize his feelings. And he was very gentle-hearted person.
Vinita? Very emotional. I think Ankit would like to say something. He worked with him.
So he's very good in work. He helped each and every corner of the hospital. He helped everyone. I don't know a single problem, any single complaint, anything. I not heard anything. He's a very kind-hearted and teaches very well. And he doing the procedure, I think nobody can do like that. I learned so much from him. I don't know how to tell. He's very great. At the last moment, he had done 6 hours procedure of a liver transplant patient, portal vein stenting and BRTO, and very miss you, sir, so much.
You would say?
All I'd like to say is all of us residents have learned from Sir that, to live with a purpose. Like the impact he's made in people's lives. Even now, after he's gone, like everybody is like, who's going to do the procedures now? All the consultants come up and they're like, oh, can this be biopsied? But who will do it now? So the way he's impacted people's lives, I think that is what really matters, because everybody lives, but not everybody makes a change.
So I know I knew Diptiman sir like for about 1 year only, and that period also we got a good bonding. Like with all the residents, sir had a really good bonding. He was like a friend to us. Like whatever you ask, silliest of the doubts, even if not being in the intervention posting, while doing the scans, anything, he would just tell us, solve our issues. And in the during our calls as well, sir, and any emergency happens and we have to call sir for that matter, and he would just pick up and he will just fly in, sir, at the moment to save the patient. And I would say that just like a superman, he's our Deepti man. So like that
So instead of Diptiman, he's a Superman.
yes, there's no lesson.
Good. I appreciate
He's
it. Yeah.
yes, sir.
He was a Superman, yeah. Jigna, can you tell us about some party time that we used to have with him? You were there in some of the parties that we were there.
He never used to attend any parties. So once I forced him that you must come, residents also remember you. You must come and enjoy with us. Then he came. So then he was enjoying. I said, see, now we are enjoying. Na? So like that, you should come in all the parties and you should enjoy. So he just smiled. He would never talk too much, but like he will always talk with a lot of respect and a lot of dignity, and means not a single person in this hospital I think is touched I think right now everybody is shattered. Not a single person who is like in a normal senses right now. Because actually it's a phase of denial which is going. We are just not ready to believe only that such and such thing has happened. I still feel he's there somewhere looking at us, and he's around us. I just don't want to think that he's not there. I just want to feel his presence, but he's there.
He is there. He is there with us. I'm sure about it. And I think all our feelings will not go away so easily. Will all remain for life. And this is some major tragedy that we have faced in our life. Yeah, no question about it. I will ask you also, Rolly. You want to talk about it? Look, it's there. The camera is there.
Right. Diptiman sir was a brilliant person. I always remember him. Whenever, for any little work, I used to call him, or for some of my friend or relatives came and visit. I used to call him, sir, ye, हाँ हो जाएगा. Was a very pleasant thing. He was never no to anything. I mean, such a brilliant smile on her face, such a pleasant look. मेरे को बोलते थे रॉली आना जरा MSK का वो दिख नहीं रहा ये साइड एक बार बता देना. such a good hit. He was real Arjun. मतलब when I heard Praveen just called me, I was on leave and I heard कि this happened. I was like, I can't believe this. He was he benefited so many people. Like years of his work, there were so many patients who were benefited by him. And the thought which came in my mind is, कितने लोगों ने आगे के साल में जो मिलता था उनके साथ has lost a very good doctor. Means because doctor is one of those people who benefit या इतने लोगों को लाइफ बचाते हैं, लाइफ में हेल्प करते हैं. तो जो दिमाग में आया कि कितने सारे लोग और खुश होते थे, मतलब बचते थे उनसे, उनके स्किल्स से. ही would have been benefited, have just. But then I think Dr. Vatsal said, live in, means all of us have to go one day. So I also believe that we have to live in live each moment of life. Because what happens suddenly It's really a tragedy. But he will be always in our mind forever. As a very good person, very good human being, always with a big smile, always so calm. I've never heard anybody complaining or he always and ever talking loud also. So आज मैं जब prayer meet में थी, I also thought I will also try to change myself, try to be like him, little bit कि सबको खुश रखो. Be very good to all the patients who come to us. Be always people should remember us for our good work. He is one of those. Diptiman sir.
Yes, Mohammed, you would like to say something? Yeah, you had a very short, this thing association with him. So you just come in, but I'm sure you saw some procedures, some work that is being done. So if you can share that, yes.
So it's a tragedy that we've lost one of our colleagues, Dr. Diptiman. In the short time I knew him, we were together. One thing I noticed is that whenever there's a problem to be solved, everyone used to go to him, and he always had a solution. So that's one of the characters that I found in him. Very calm, very soft-spoken, few words, but a great impact. Very nice.
His needle spoke more than the tongue, actually. He was so good with his needle, and the needle would give us a lot of answers. So, yeah, that was his quality. You want to, I think now, Vinita has composed a little bit, but still emotional. So, please.
So I joined here in 2013, and I think in no time I saw a superhero, and I even had a name in my mind, and the name was in his name itself.
You know what is the meaning of Diptiman?
So I used to call him the man in my mind. I think some other people also know about this, that he was like the man. And really in no time, he was the superhero. Sometimes, often we are sitting in CT scan and you never know when he's come and sat in one of the corners, in one of the vacant chairs. And while we are watching the scan and watching, and then suddenly from somewhere you will hear, "Arey, kya dekh rahi hai itna time? इतना क्या देख रही है?" दे इधर, मैं देखता हूँ. हाँ, ये है ना, बस लिख दे. He was an intervention radiologist. But he was a complete person, really. Suddenly he's gone, no? I see him everywhere. He's gone physically, but then he's just there everywhere. Every time I used to pass that corridor, it's only his room. Anywhere, in any place in the hospital I pass, I never really peep into anybody's door. But whenever I passed his room, I always glanced, not peep, but always glanced to see that face. Somehow he was life to this hospital. He was like sunshine. Like if you got an opportunity to see him anywhere, you'd see him. You'll not just pass through. I don't know, he probably passed on that energy to us to stay as he is. Like, he comes at 2 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night, 5 o'clock in the night. It never looked like he's got out of his sleep and he's come. Probably that energy, he gave to us. That's why I don't think anybody in the hospital missed that glance of his. भले उन्होंने नहीं देखा रहेगा हमको, but if you realize that he's passing, you will look at him.
That's the name, Diptiman means radiant. Radiance, everywhere it will shine.
So, Ravi sir used to often tell him, lectures low, because what you know is a treasure. How would what you are doing how would the others learn? But the truth is, there's so many people who take lectures, but 2 seconds with Diptiman sir, he'll just teach you and he'll just, done. It's just, it's in your mind ingrained. So he never took lectures, but what he taught, nobody taught. No book can teach us what he taught. The number of lives he has saved, I don't know any human being on earth, who has done that.
I think all of us are really sorry, and what has happened in our life will never be forgotten, and we'll remember him all throughout. Okay, so we'll pray for his further journey, smooth, easy, and comfortable, and hope the next baby we see in our corridor will be Diptima.